I can sense the weight you're carrying, the turmoil inside you. Life can be heavy when you feel disconnected, lost in a world where everything seems uncertain. But today, I want to share something with you. Something that has the power to lift that weight and fill you with a sense of calm you may not have felt in a long time. It's devotion, Bhakti. Not in the way many speak of it, not as mere rituals or outer expressions. No, true devotion is something far deeper, more transformative. It's an unwavering connection, an act of surrender to a higher force, to the divine. But this surrender doesn't make you weak, it makes you strong, strong enough to rise above everything that's troubling you. You see, devotion isn't about forsaking your duties or sitting in a corner, lost in prayer. It's a way of life, a way of approaching everything you do with love, with trust, with the feeling that there's something greater guiding your path, protecting you, and giving your life meaning. When you are devoted, every action you take becomes an offering. Every challenge you face becomes a test of faith. You stop worrying about outcomes because you know, deep down, that whatever happens, it's for the best. This is where true peace comes from. Not from controlling life, but from flowing with it. I know it's hard to trust when things aren't going well, but devotion is not a blind leap into the unknown. It's a conscious choice to connect with something beyond yourself. When you devote yourself to the divine, you release the need to carry the burden alone. You stop asking, "Why me?" and start asking, "What can I learn from this?" Because in the end, every hardship, every struggle is a lesson in disguise. It's a chance to grow, to evolve, and to deepen your connection with the divine. Let me tell you a story. There was once a man who lived a life full of suffering. He worked hard, yet nothing seemed to go his way. He lost everything he held dear, his wealth, his family, his health. One day, in the depth of his despair, he found himself standing at the edge of a river, ready to give up. But as he stood there, he saw a small boat drifting by. In that moment, something shifted inside him. He realized that, like the boat, life was always in motion, sometimes calm, sometimes turbulent. But the boat floated because it trusted the river, not fighting the current, but moving with it. The man stepped back from the edge and began to look at his life differently. Instead of resisting his circumstances, he embraced them as part of a greater plan. He dedicated himself to the divine. Not in words, but in the way he lived, he worked with devotion, loved with devotion, even suffered with devotion. And in that surrender, he found a peace that he had never known before. That's the secret, my friend. Life will not always go your way. You will face losses, disappointments, and heartaches. But when you approach life with devotion, everything changes. Your suffering becomes lighter because you are no longer fighting against it. You are trusting that there's a purpose, a reason, a higher wisdom guiding you. And in that trust, you find strength. Devotion teaches us to live from the heart, not the mind. The mind will always ask for guarantees, for reasons, for explanations. But the heart knows that some things are beyond our understanding, and that's okay. The heart knows how to trust, how to surrender, how to love without conditions. And that's what I want for you. I want you to experience the freedom that comes from devotion. I want you to let go of the need to control every detail, to stop asking why me and start feeling thank you. Thank you for the lessons. Thank you for the growth. Thank you for the journey. You don't need to do anything drastic. Start small. In your daily life, dedicate each action to the divine. When you wake up, give thanks. When you work, offer your efforts as a form of service. When you struggle, trust that there's a reason for it. Slowly, you'll see that devotion isn't something you do, it's something you live. And when you live with devotion, life becomes lighter, more meaningful, more beautiful. The suffering you feel right now, it's not the end. It's just a chapter, and through devotion you can turn the page and find peace, joy, and strength like you've never known before. Let the divine guide your steps. Let Bhakti light your path, and watch as your heart fills with a quiet, unshakable peace.